Hello there. Welcome to the quiet space between. I'm Linda J, and together we'll be creating peace, balance, and harmony within, from this safe place where you can remember who you are, why you're here, and begin to hear your soul speak. It's been many years since I first heard tiny whispers in my mind, gently, quietly, insistently saying, "We need you to wake up and remember who you are, so you can help others wake up too." I learned later this had been happening for many other people, although we weren't aware of this or each other at the time. In the late 1980s, the first wave of awakeners began to stir. Turns out I was one of them. Maybe you were too. According to Edgar Cayce, known as the Sleeping Prophet, the first wave arrived between 1945 and 1965, with the second wave beginning in 1970. We were also known as light workers, came in many shapes and sizes, filling many different roles, some more public than others. More waves of souls have arrived since then, eager to share their gifts and experience the Earth's transition. Most of us back then had lost the memo though, and had no idea what was happening or why. We had no knowledge of the origin of the whispers, although for myself they came with a strong yearning for home. With no understanding at all of what this actually meant, I just knew it was some place, somewhere other than Earth. Was I going loopy? Maybe, but I was pretty careful not to mention it to anyone. We had no way of knowing that this awakening process would keep us well occupied for the next 40 years, while taking us places we would never, in our sleeping state, have imagined going. At this time, I was under the influence of deep depression, triggered by the sudden death of my brother many years before, and was drawn to alternative healing, as were many in the beginning. We also seemed to develop physical conditions that, while debilitating, were seldom life-threatening. However, they were very effective in slowing us right down, if not stopping us completely, often for many years. This turned out to be an essential part of the process, as we were forced to turn inwards with fewer distractions while searching for answers to whatever condition assailed us, especially when orthodox medicine seemed to lack answers. My own experience was flavoured with low thyroid function, depression, a sense of hopelessness and overwhelm. With constant muscle draining, mind-numbing fatigue, way before chronic fatigue syndrome became a thing, along with a deep sense that something important was missing. However, I was very grateful that physical pain wasn't part of the equation for me, as it had been for many others when fibromyalgia joined their mix of symptoms. Does this sound familiar to you? Have you experienced something like this in the past? Are you feeling like this right now? These weren't easy years, living in an isolated farming community, way before the internet came along with easily accessible information available day and night. How-to books hadn't been written yet. We were flying blind. The only option we had was to go deep inside ourselves, learning to listen to and trust our inner guidance, slowly, bit by bit, stumbling, falling, getting back up, trying to ignore it, discovering what worked and what didn't, to help ease our way forward one shaky step at a time. Learning the Bowen technique and Reiki were turning points and led to self and soul awareness groups that helped me a lot. while reading whatever I could find on complementary therapies and listening to CDs daily, Louise Hay became a favourite. Both her CDs and books, especially You Can Heal Your Life. Here, I first began to understand the connection between mental, emotional states and physical symptoms. Listening to her calm voice, explaining simply how this worked, provided relief as it helped settle my frazzled nervous system, while I learned why it was so out of whack and how I could help it. And I'm only just sensing a connection here doing this. Time out, calm voice, information. I'll be forever grateful to Louise Hay for the rock she gave me in stormy waters that gave me something solid to hang on to. And I truly hope I can do the same for you if you would like that. My fascination for understanding what makes people tick grew from here, and I began to record conversations I was having with my guides, while trying to make sense of everything I was feeling, and what to do to find balance between my old life and the new one that appeared to be emerging, coming ready or not. Over the following 30 years, my collection of writings, word pictures explaining concepts, along with many, many photographs and now videos, has grown to bursting point as I developed ideas to help with the awakening process through my own healing experiences. Somewhere along the way, I realized why I forgot my origins, why I fell so completely into the deep sleep of third dimension, and chose an isolated farming area to begin my awakening, so I would know what I was feeling, hearing, and experiencing, and the memories that were slowly resurfacing were coming from inside me, not from any outside influence. It also helped me develop tools, learnt through hard experience, to share with others when the time came. In those early days, when the house was quiet, there were times when I'd fall into a deep, dreamless sleep for several hours, waking up feeling like I'd been hit by a truck, and even then I recognised there was some sort of download happening. This still happens on occasion, though less dramatically, and usually when a change of direction is coming. In fact, it happened recently. When I arrived home after shopping, my eyes couldn't stay open and I slept for 2 hours. I recognise the signs now. Excuse me, quick transmission required. Do you mind? Nope, not at all, because I understand it will bring clarity and an easier path forward. I know it's much wiser to go with the flow. If this happens for you, I recommend going with it because it will get you. Rest willingly or have it forced on you. When we ignore signals to rest and take a little time out, viruses or physical injuries are favoured methods for creating the time and space required for important internal adjustments, especially when a major life change is hovering close by. So what now? Why am I here creating this channel? The simple answer is because it's time. This is the time so many of us have been waiting for. And look, here's something I prepared earlier. Tons of it. You have no idea how happy I am to finally have an outlet for it all, nor the relief my family and friends will be feeling, knowing all that helpful information will now be channeled here. They're all officially off the hook. Probably. Maybe. And I'm pretty sure that if you click like here, it'll lead you to more of the same, as I know I'm not alone, and others will be getting the same idea. It's a group consciousness thing. You'll have so much to choose from when you're ready. as the variety of helpful information shared here by good people aiming to help us understand this often traumatic process is varied and unlimited, and you get to choose what you see. And for a very small investment, you can watch ads free. Why is now the right time? In 2020, the planet was rattled, shaking us all up in the process. The normal, safe world we'd believed in had disappeared, and chaos created by fear and lies has become the new norm. Even those of us who had been on the road to awakening for many years had the rug pulled out from under our feet. We'd been warned continually of changes coming soon, but were not expecting it to look like this. In 2021, after becoming aware of just how deeply corruption and deception influence and control our beautiful planet, I was once again overwhelmed with a deep sense of despair, as it looked like the darkness had won yet again. And because I have vivid past life memories of living through similar traumatic periods in the Earth's history, for a short time I wasn't sure I wanted to stay. So I gave it till the end of that year, by which time, thankfully, there was a very faint glimmer of hope, tiny but enough to restore my faith and trust in the plan. Luckily, there were already wonderful people with channels here, sharing needed information to help us understand what was happening and why, stimulating our own memories of why we chose to come at this particular time in the Earth's evolution. It was no accident at all. This was always going to happen. We agreed to come to help the planet transition from the old way to the new Earth, knowing it wouldn't be a pretty or gentle process, and we could help many frightened, confused people navigate their way through the fear and chaos once we remembered what was happening and why. Gotta say though, we often doubted the wisdom of that. The moral is, we agree, never volunteer. In the description, I'll share links to some of the first awakeners who started earlier and helped me regain my inner balance. If you're new to this, I recommend them to help you understand what is actually going on and why, and they're not political. My role appears to be more about providing a gentle, safe place for those of you beginning to question everything while feeling fearful and overwhelmed by current planetary events, to help calm your nervous system so you too begin to hear the whispers of your own soul, reminding you that this is the time to remember who you really are, why you chose to come to be part of this, and what the heck is going on. I'll give you the tip. The Earth is not going to hell in a bucket. It's just going through a massive spring clean. We definitely did not come to witness the fall of another civilization. We came to support its transformation. And I'll be showing you how to take good care of yourself so you don't lose yourself in this process. It'll be a mixed bag of instructional videos for newbies to relaxing meditations and breathwork sessions, with probably stories and channeled information thrown in too. As my team of spooks don't tend to tell me everything up front, I'm sure there are a few surprises waiting for me as well. I chose to create this intro in case the channel feels a bit disjointed, as I hope to have something for everyone, both newbies and those of you who already know what's going on, but crave a quiet space between the chaos and noise. I also considered making a personal appearance for about 2 minutes, then decided to give you a taste of what is to come instead. Maybe I'll show up later. Believe me, just getting to this point has been enough of a challenge for now. Everything you'll see is my creation, unless I've quietly nicked an odd photo from family members. Shh, they'll be fine. This video features some beauties my dear dad took a long time ago. My creativity comes from both parents, so I'm honouring them here along with the beautiful place of my childhood. Okay, enough waffle from me. I've really tried unsuccessfully to keep it short. Thank you for your time and patience. Apparently it helps my channel grow if you hit like. Something about algorithms sharing the page more. The subscribe button will alert you to new posts if you'd like to see more. Respectful comments are always welcome. And there's a new hype button that boosts points for me too. I won't be going on about this every time, so let's consider that box ticked, and thank you for sticking with me this far. I'd like to finish by giving you an opportunity to take a moment for yourself, to relax, breathe, to connect with your body and Mother Nature, and maybe begin to hear the gentle whispers of your own soul, knocking softly on that long locked door, offering you the key to memories past with the deepest compassion and love. The following photos were taken by my dad, Bob, and one by my mum, Pat. If you haven't already done so, take a deep breath and relax your body. Breathe into my stillness to hear the calling of our heart, the song of our soul as it awakens to memories past. It calls us gently to remember who we are, who we have always been, even as we slept. Let the eyes of our soul open quietly to reveal a new day, a new way of being together in perfect harmony. For the new way is not being created for us, but by us and through us. As we begin to create peace, balance, and harmony within our own mind, heart, and home, it begins to spread into the darkest corners of the planet. From our hearts and minds, beautiful ripples of the purest light flow out and reach way beyond the boundaries of our awareness, even to the stars themselves. Even if you don't believe it yet, just being open to the potential for change, from fear and chaos to peace and harmony restored, creates a crack that lets the light flow in. Enough cracks creates a flood of light, and the new earth emerges, to be seen and felt by all souls. It begins with us. This is why I came. This is why I'm creating this channel, to combine my energy with the many others doing the same, to create a web of light around the earth. Can you open to the potential of peace, balance and harmony, growing, expanding, encompassing all? Authentic leaders who work with honesty and integrity for the good of the community. Harmony within and between the populations of all lands. Perfect balance restored to Gaia and Mother Nature. Together we can dream this into being. It starts on the inside. And we can begin that here, now. My beautiful parents created their own little quiet space between the stress and busyness of farm life and community activities by taking their evening meal to the lake to watch a summer full moon rise, sitting peacefully together to let the dust settle for a short time, and imagining what could be. Will you join us here as time expands to encompass all who are willing and open to creating peace, balance and harmony within? Thank you for being here on this amazing journey we share together on this wonderful planet. The best is yet to come. Love and blessings till next time.